Hi, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your January 11th, 2024 new moon reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, and it helps this channel out tremendously. So thank you so very much for doing so. So let's see what the tarot has to say. We have the Six of Wands crowning everything, which is fantastic. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. We then have the Hierophant, strong Taurus energy coming through. We have the Devil, strong Capricorn energy coming through. We have the Lovers reverse, which is Gemini energy, strong Gemini energy, angels and spirit guides. And then we have the Queen of Wands reversed, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So this is a very intense reading. You have a lot of major arcana cards coming forward. You then have a court card with the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is magic, is embracing our magic, our fire, our passion, what we desire in life. And here with that reverse, there's almost a sense here of like, there's a questioning, like, are you embracing your magic? Do you see your fire? Do you know what it is that you desire? Do you know what it is that you're going after? Is this a time of flux? Because it does feel right now like this is a time of flux with the Lovers reversed. That's love, right? Love reversed is lust. So here, excuse me, here we're being told, listen, we can be kind of, our heads can be turned by lust, whether it be in our careers, whether it be romantically, right? Whether it be, in any way. Right now, our heads can be turned by the idea of something or the initial like romance or caught upness of something. The honeymoon phase can be something that's very enticing to us, but the long term is going to be where we need to focus our energy. Like the long term is what we have to be thinking about with things. So here, it's not to put a damper on our fun or to say don't go after XYZ, but think about things long term. Say, will I be worried about this outcome long term, or will I be interested in this long term? And that's going to be very important. So just being aware of that during this time. We are crowned with the Six of Wands. Celebrate yourself. It is going to be so important, Cancer, to celebrate you. With the Hierophant coming forward, again, Taurus energy, time frame, April 20th to May 20th, if we have Taurus in our chart, all right, or we have Taurians in our lives, that's going to come through very powerfully in a positive way. Just like if we have Gemini in our chart, if we're born on the cusp with Gemini, if we have Geminis in our lives, they can rub us the wrong way. We can also think this isn't going to last long term, because I keep on hearing long term, long term. And I think it's a little bit odd to think of everything as like, oh, is this going to be long term? But we can be looking at somebody or some situation and be thinking, that's not long term good. So just be aware of that during this time. It can be with a Gemini energy or somebody that we see as being two-faced, because negative Gemini energy is somebody who's two-faced, who doesn't know what they want, who flip-flops all the time. The Devil energy coming forward. Now, this new moon is in Capricorn. Capricorn is represented by the Devil in the major arcana. So that coming through is very powerful, and it's very appropriate. There's also a sense of being really grounded in the here and now, but also note, Cancer, your sister sign is the Devil, right? Well, it's Capricorn. So your sister sign being Capricorn coming forward is like, okay, can this time try you, test you? And it will. Now, this is positive in the upright position. So we do move through things rather positively, rather powerfully, rather intensely during this time. And there's a sense of opening up doors, of seeing things more openly, more honestly for ourselves, looking at things in a bigger way, in a more powerful way, and in a more understanding way for us. But we're going to be very in the here and now right now. So being aware of that is super important. So let's see what Spirit wants us to know. And if you're interested in receiving a free reading, put a snowflake in the comment box below. A person will be chosen at random on the 1st of February. A video will go up announcing that winner. So good luck to everyone. Do not be scammed by anybody contacting you in the comment box. It will not be me. And if you are interested in purchasing a private reading, a private personalized meditation, or a healing, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. So let's see what Spirit has to say, angels and spirit guides. And here we have centered. During this time, we need to find our center and stay with our center. We need to, it's like touching home base within ourselves. It's like, I need to find my home base, my center, my calm. So being centered during this time is going to be everything. It's going to transform everything. So being aware of that is going to be really powerful for us. Now let's see what our chakra energy is. angels, and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Here we have psychic development reversed, and this makes perfect sense. This is the third eye chakra. Now, astrologically speaking, we have a blockage around psychic development coming forward, so that comes into play. There is also an energy here of needing to open up our third eye, needing to trust our intuition, our intuitiveness, and ourselves. There's something here about needing to be so practical about everything. It's like everything lined up. I'm seeing like toy soldiers, everything lined up in neat little rows. And Spirit is showing that empathically, psychically, things are just messy. So embracing the messiness is going to be very important. It's not like it has to be chaos all the time, but embracing the messiness is going to be important. Let's see what energy we need to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides. So we have two. We have the Queen of Swords, which is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It can be, again, being mindful of Gemini, but it is also the Queen of Swords is having really negative self-speak. So do be mindful about that during this time. And also really listening to the negative things, the negative, hurtful, hateful things. So that energy is just going to be a little bit more easy for us to believe, especially with the 10 of Pentacles, well, the 10 of Cups reversed. The 10 of Cups is embracing our happiness. It's finding our happily ever after. And right now what we're doing is we're looking at everybody else and saying, well, everybody's so happy. Why aren't I? And what we have to understand is everybody carries what we see. It's the perfect picture, and you don't see that they took like 18 million of them before. Everybody brags and talks about their vacations, their this, their that, and we know our money problems. We know our struggles. We know we haven't been on a vacation in like 18 million years. So understanding that energy and knowing that we can't BS ourselves because we know our truth, that's important. That's important. So here, during this time, we're really going to be willing to find ourselves lacking in one way or another. And Spirit's like, why? 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 Because you're fantastic. Okay, you might not be perfect. Nobody is. But if you look at yourself and say, listen, I'm pretty darn good, that's a really big thing. And that's a really powerful thing. We have the Six of Wands crowning us. It's holding our head up high. It's knowing our worth. It's knowing our power. It's being intense and intently showing up for ourselves. And that's going to be a really big thing. With the Six of Wands, it's celebration and success and moving forward in that energy. Now, understand, during this time, this is a time of extremes, right? We have the moon in Capricorn. We have it in 20 degrees, 44 minutes of Capricorn. The sun is at 20 degrees, 44 minutes of Capricorn. So is the moon. So, this energy comes through quite powerfully. We're in Capricorn time frame. And so there's just a sense here of like, okay, I'm going to sit in this energy. Now we can find Capricorn time frame to be intense, right? It's our sister sign. It can bring out the best in us. It can bring out the worst in us, like sisters do. But here, this is rather positive. We're also going to be rather grounded during this time. We're going to be good at problem solving. We're going to be good at aligning things just the right way. Know that Mars is out of bounds until the 23rd of January. And this makes things more extreme. It makes our emotions more extreme. So just be aware of this during this time. We're going to feel our emotions are more extreme. We're going to feel like we're not going to feel, but our emotions are more extreme and everybody else's emotions are more extreme too. So everybody's kind of rubbing everybody else a little bit the wrong way. Like things can be taken or get out of hand rather easily during this time. So just being aware of that is going to be super, super important because I see that really helping with the 10 of Cups reversed. It's like everybody's just a little bit on edge. So just be aware of this. On the 11th of January as well, the dwarf planet Eris moves stationary direct at 24 degrees of Aries. And this brings justice and truth really to the forefront of things. We want things to be just. We want things to be fair. What's really interesting is that Earth sign energy is a little bit more conforming than water sign energy is, which I also find interesting because water is usually contained by Earth, but yeah, you can't have waves come over and everything like that. But here, there's just a sense of traditionalism coming forward. You're going to like things to be a little bit more traditional, or you're going to see you're connecting with traditions. They might not be your traditions, but they're traditions that your soul feels guided to. Like, don't think, oh, I can't do that because it's not my ancestry, it's not my heritage. As long as you're respectful, that energy is going to come forward really beautifully during this time. Here with the Hierophant, there's rules and structure. There's a sense of like order and understanding coming in. So just being aware of that. Capricorn energy is also top-down structure. It's rules, it's orders, it's the way that things have to be, but it's also securing, right? It's structure, it's rules, it's law, it's things can't run amok. And this is going to be a time where we're looking at, I just see us like secure, like held in the hand in a way that's held in the hand, protected, grounded, secure. And that's going to be a really big thing during this time. So just be aware of this. Pluto is 29 degrees of Capricorn until the 20th, which brings really, really intense Capricorn energy forward. So even though it's positive here, we can have that really intense Capricorn energy. It has to be following the rules. It has to be structured. It has to be just like this. It can also be a little bit like, oh, you're not worldly enough, or you don't understand this enough type of energy coming forward. So just be aware about that during this time. 2024 is all about what do you want to build? And you have the foundation right here with the Hierophant energy, with the Capricorn energy, with the Devil energy to build. And I know it sounds odd to say devil, right? And we think bad, right? Because the devil is bad. it's connoted is not the best. But remember that the devil energy is the conglomeration of all the chaos gods, all the nature gods put together, and then we're told it's bad, right? So think of the devil as a wild garden going against the organized, precisely manicured gardens of Versailles. So here, with things being a little bit amok, we're going to see that as bad. But there's also a need here. I'm just seeing like jumping in muddy puddles type of thing, very Peppa Pig, right? So here, just being aware of you're going to see yourself going against the order and embracing a little bit more chaos. And it's going to feel good. It's not going to be like you're running amok, but it is going to be that sense of, I need things to be a little bit muddied. I need things to be a little bit not perfect. And that's going to be very important, like a little bit gritty for one reason or another. So just be aware of that. And that is actually in alignment with the devil energy of, I need to connect with the nature gods. I need to touch earth. I need to, put my hands in soil. I need to go after that energy or play out in the snow type of thing. So just being aware of that is going to be very important. Excuse me. We have the new moon trine Uranus. This is very inspiring energy for the future. We're really looking at things, and we see that here with the Hierophant, with the Capricorn energy. I mean, with the Hierophant and with Taurus energy, Capricorn energy, Hierophant, Devil, we see ourselves really being inspired for the future, really laying down a solid, good foundation. We need to connect a little bit more psychically to things, intuitively to things. That's going to be super important to us, focusing on the third eye. But we also have, with Mars trine Jupiter, there's very enthusiastic energy coming forward. We are very enthusiastic and go-getting for the future. And that's going to lay, again, down a solid foundation. It's like, okay, this is what I want. This is what I'm going after. This is what I need. With what is it here? Okay, with Saturn sextile Jupiter. Okay, Saturn rules Capricorn. So Saturn sextile Jupiter is very positive energy for good finances and business building, really seeing ourselves move forward in our careers. And the Hierophant is making things work for us. It's not reinventing the wheel, but it's taking that wheel and saying, hey, I can improve. Because remember, the wheel historically was first made out of stone. And it took so long, I want to say thousands of years, for people to say, you can make that out of wood, right? And to do it. So here, right now, we're looking at things and it's like, oh, okay, it doesn't need to be carved out of stone. Now it can be something light and portable and not so cumbersome. That's huge. And that's what we're going to be seeing here. It's like we're going to have an idea and it's going to seem small, but it's going to be revolutionary for us. And it's going to help lay down a foundation that's very successful, that's very positive, that's very driven, and that's, that holds a lot of, that we're very proud of. So just being aware of that is going to be a really good thing. And holding our heads up high when we're thinking about this, because it's just going to be, we're very practical during this time, Cancer. We're very loving, we're very nurturing, right? Cancer energy coming forward, but we're very practical. And that's going to be very, very good. Now, Mars is powering Ixion, the dwarf planet Ixion in Capricorn. And we have ourselves asking, we are being asked, and we have ourselves asking ourselves, am I following the rules that are right for me? Like, do the rules that I am following count? Like, is it something that I want to keep on doing? Because during this time, because we have this strong energy coming forward, we can just be like cogs in the wheel, cogs in the wheel. But we are going to be asking ourselves, is it right for me? Is my passion there? Because we want the passion, we want the fire to come forward. And that's going to be a big thing. We also have Mercury conjunct the galactic center. Now, this is the messenger, Mercury. Gemini energy is ruled by Mercury, conjunct the galactic center. And so we have the messenger, the mind, aligned with the cosmic mind. And that can be very overwhelming for us. So just being aware that we might be like, no, I don't want to be connected to everything. And psychically, with psychic development reverse, there's a pushing that out for one reason or another. It's like, no, I don't want to be connected to everything. Why is that? Is it because we just don't want to be? It's like, that's too much. Thank you very much, but I don't want it. And that's fair. Or is it that we do want it and we're overwhelmed by it or we're afraid of it? So knowing that where we are in our journey and where we are in our incarnations, that's going to be very big for us. So we're looking at what we love. What do we want? How do we move forward? And it's really asking about love, because we can be lusting after XYZ. We can be thinking, oh, once I achieve this, or once I have this, or once it's this, once it's that, but it's always going to be pushed out because it's not fully getting what we love. It's not contentment. When will we ever be content? It's almost like Pac-Man, right? With the little Pac-Man running around and just eating up everything, eating up everything. So just be mindful about that energy during this time, because we can fall into it. And then with this energy here, which is so great at making money and being successful and embracing power, that we can just be like, okay, the more I have to build, the more I have to get, the more I'm going after it. And it can just be exhausting. So just be mindful about that during this time. We are moving towards soul's collectiveness. And that's with the new moon squared the north lunar node. We're moving towards our soul's collectiveness. And that's going to be important. We need to embrace our fire. We need to embrace our passion. We're a little bit all over the place. And that's okay. That's okay. That's part of life. But grounding ourselves, centering ourselves, looking at what am I firing about? What am I passionate about? What is it that, gets my blood boiling in a good way, not in an angry way? Because this is us falling into that Mars energy of our emotions being extreme. That Mars being out of bounds until the 23rd. And we can really feel, okay, why am I getting so angry? Why am I feeling so intense about this? So just being aware of this during this time is going to be super important. It's like, okay, I can be fiery, I can be intense, it can be overwhelming, but also know that the dwarf planet Gungkung is conjunct Saturn. Okay, we have strong Saturn energy coming forward here as well. And this alignment can really bring overwhelming constriction. Okay, overwhelming constriction to us. Confinement, constriction, stopping. And it's not just in our day-to-day lives. It is going to be psychically and emotionally. And we're going to feel that in that energy so intensely. And so it can knock us off our game. We can have our fire and our passion feeling like it's burning us up. It's not moving us forward. We can feel trapped by it. Saturn comes through and it's top-down order. It's order out of chaos, which is important. We need order. We can't just have chaos. But we need to have it more compassionately. And we're going to see here that the floodgates are being opened. Like, this is going to be a time where we feel overly constrained. We feel overly constricted. It's like held back, held back, held back. And then the floodgates open. And then it's just intense. It's an intense, purging, washing away, coming up of emotions. But there's also going to be an intense opening that comes with us, spiritually, personally, opening to this energy that just kind of knocks us off our feet as we do so. Let's see what the moon has to say for ourselves. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. We have gratitude. We have hunger reversed, angels and spirit guides. We have growth reversed, angels and spirit guides. We have the unexpected, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. And we have the path. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Have you given up on love, Cancer? Like, have you resigned yourself? Like, oh, this is just going to be the way that it is? Because if you have, no. You don't need to give up. Gratitude, moving forward with the Six of Wands and celebration of self, and holding our heads up high and being proud of who we are, and where we came from, and how we're moving forward. Having gratitude to our ancestors. I see where we came from being our ancestral line. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be biological. It doesn't have to be like, oh, okay, this is it, like type of thing. Because if we are adopted or fostered, or where whatever our history is, because everybody is so unique, it's just being proud of our ancestral line, the people we feel connected to, the history that we were raised with, and having gratitude to our ancestors who are watching over us. There's going to be this strong connection to, I'm watching over you, I'm connecting with you, I'm guiding you. And here it says a time to give rather than take. You need to take in this energy. You do. You need to take in this energy. You just need to sit in meditation with it. It can also be your past life energy coming in. So just really sitting and staying with this energy is going to be very, very, very important to us. It moves us to take time to breathe out. You're holding your breath for something. There's something that you're pushing. You're stubborn. You're going after it. You hunger for it, but it's not that you're hungry. It's almost like I just need to consume it, kind of like Pac-Man, right? So here, you need to breathe out. You need to center yourself. And then you need to, I know need to is a strong thing to say, but it's like breathe out, center yourself, and then see what you really want. Because there's something that you're trying to consume, or you're trying to go after, that you're not even really hungering for. It's almost like I can do that. I can prove it. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. A new romantic cycle begins. It does. And that's rather exciting. During this time, in this Capricorn time frame, you can find yourself falling in love. You can find yourself, embracing something that you absolutely love. A new romantic cycle begins. Growth is reversed. So it doesn't necessarily have you growing or expanding, or, breaking down barriers or doors or anything like that, but it has you feeling more contented within yourself. And you're going to think, no, it has to be pushing barriers for one reason or another. And it's like, no, it doesn't. It can be just bringing a little bit of peace and loveliness into your life. Your commitment is being tested. It's not. It's not. That's reversed. But what you love can be being tested. And that can be having your commitment tested in one way or another. But the unexpected is coming forward. And it can be the unexpected is that you've had your head turned by somebody and you weren't expecting that. Or yeah, or you gave up on love, and then the unexpected is going to come into play. But your commitment isn't being tested. There is a sense of like, no, but I know what I want. So just be mindful about this. Like, it might be that you just wanted that spark to come into your life again. So being aware of this energy is going to be super important for us. A personal issue reaches resolution. And I love that the full moon in Cancer has come up with our path here. So a personal issue reaches resolution, comes forward, and that's the full moon in Cancer. And then we see our path opening up in ways that we hadn't imagined. If we let our fire show, if we let our passion guide us, but also if you let yourself be angry, there's nothing wrong with being angry. And sometimes you need to be. And you might find that maybe the first half, but this first part of January, you might have been really frustrated or angry or overwhelmed, or, looking at things differently. And the energy could be all over the place. And it's like, okay, embrace it. Like, let things get messy. You're not going to want them to be, but they're going to need to be a little bit messy before it's all cleared and organized. So here, a personal issue does reach resolution, and you're going to see your path leading you, on this creaky ladder into the sky, into a portal in the sky in a way that you just hadn't expected. But it's going to be an amazing journey. So just be aware of that. Our subconscious spirit message is blessed reversed. We have to remember that we are blessed. It would be very easy to think that we aren't. It will be very easy with the 10 of Cups reversed to think that we aren't. You are. You are blessed. Okay? It might not be in the way that everybody wants it to be, but if you look at things and you just say, wow, I have it pretty darn good. Or you look at people and say, I don't want to be them. People that you really admire, if you dig deeper, it's like, oh, I didn't want that. Like, I didn't want that. Thank you. It's not what I imagined. Here, let yourself be blessed. Let yourself stand with your head held high and fully and honestly be you. It brings us then to our subconscious chakra message, communication. This is the third chakra. And there's a sense here that you step in and you're feeling the energy of everything overwhelmingly. Like nobody has to speak. Nobody has to say anything. You're picking up on it. And that could be why you're also kind of shutting down psychically, empathically, emotionally with things. Here, be mindful to wait for people to have to say it before you act on it. Okay? Because you're going to be picking up on a lot of different things. And it might not be, I don't want to say your place, but it might just be too much, right? It's going to be too much for you, most definitely. And it won't be appreciated by them. So just be mindful about this because you're picking it up. You know this person needs it, or you know this, or you need that, know that. And it's just not going to be reciprocated the way that it needs to be. So just be aware of this. It doesn't mean you don't do nice things, but you're going to have to they're going to have to ask for help, or they're going to have to say, XYZ, or do something like that. Just don't read the room so much, okay? Subconscious energy to be mindful of, the Knight of Wands. That's fiery, combustible energy. It's just kind of flying off the handle. So just be aware of this as well. Fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Our subconscious tarot message is the Two of Cups reversed. There's something that we need to heal from that we're not quite ready to heal from. So just being aware of that. There's going to be an energy that comes forward and it's like, okay, I can heal from this. And we're going to be like, no, I'm fine with the anger towards it. And we're not going to realize it. But here, it's like, just be mindful. Just be mindful that that can really hold us back. We need to heal. Healing is so important in our world. Our subconscious chakra message, not chakra message, I do apologize. The Luna message is prosperity lies ahead. Extremes reversed. Don't fall into the extremes. It'll be easy to. It will be easy to during this time. Don't fall into the extremes. Ground yourself, stabilize yourself, look at things, and know that prosperity lies ahead. You've got this. You've got this, Cancer. All right. All right, Cancer. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. And know that this healing and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Cancer. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.